Hey everybody, I am Miramar, and what I watched today is Season 1, Episode 7 of Reboot, The Crimson Binome. The episode starts out with an idyllic scene in Mainframe's Pier District. Everything is calm and beautiful as binomes enjoy the summer's day. They greet each other, they laugh, they fish, and all is quiet. Until a strange light appears on the horizon, forming into a giant, imposing pirate ship that pulls into dock. From it comes a flood of pirates, preying upon our innocent citizenry, freezing them in cubes as they loot and raid all the property they can find. I love the pirate binome designs. They are creative and make good use of the binome's shapes. Some of the binomes have stubble, some of them have hats, others have like little tufts of hair. And it's really well done and really well designed, and I do like that their weapons are non-lethal. Admittedly, that's probably mostly because of the kids show angle, but it's still a fun little touch to have them using purely non-lethal weapons to basically just restrain their victims until they're done. We move over to Dot coordinating the counter effort, but one by one she's losing contact with her forces, and she still hasn't gotten a clear bit of knowledge on exactly what the threat is. So Dot decides to go down to the docks herself with Enzo on her heels. And then we shift over to Bob, and he is comically unaware of the pirates. You know, he's got his headphones in, he's jamming out to his music. He doesn't notice them at all as they steal his car and glitch. Of course, when he knows his car gone, he's like, huh? Such a trope, but I love it. The pirates, of course, take the loot back to their ship, and the captain sees the glitch, and he refers to it as a guardian key tool. I think this is the first time in the series so far we've heard it referred to as anything other than glitch. So it's kind of cool to hear what its real and formal name is. Bob, as he goes after them, clarifies for us that these are software pirates. Huh. I wonder if their home base is Pirate Bay. He charges the pirates, of course, taking out a great many of them with a sword taken from one of them. Bob's rampage is stopped, however, by Princess Bula, a huge Amazon that, she's not really a princess, but do you want to be the one to tell her that? Dot and Enzo watch the pirates leave out to sea, and initially it looks like they're not going to be chasing them, but then they hear that they have Bob. So Dot decides to make pursuit, commandeering a rich binome's yacht. While this is going on, Bob tries to escape from his cell, but his attempt is thwarted by basically a force field barrier. I'm not sure why they need the bars if they have a force field, but it does seem like it might work on the principle of you need the image of the bars before the force field can really exist there, like some sort of system rule, you know? And yeah, the Crimson Binome himself, Captain Capacitor, comes down to gloat. And while Capacitor is blowing hot air, Bob uses a trick mouse, a previous prisoner and friend of Bob's left behind, to make it appear like he has escaped. And thus the crew, like fools, opens the cell for him, and then go searching for him, thinking he escaped through a tiny hole in the back of the cell. It's kind of neat because it's like there's this little pocket space behind one of the beams in the cell, and he just hid in there. And so he just walks out the front of the cell and starts trashing the ship, which stops them long enough for Dot and her crew to catch up. Bob is causing such chaos on the ship. He's damaging it heavily, destroying their rudder, their cannons, everything. And the first mate is just the entire time going, it's like, oh man, all our profits are just draining away. And the pirates try to stop Dot from boarding, but, well, Bob has done so much damage that they only have one cannon. And Frisket easily catches that cannonball as they fire it at him. It is kind of funny just seeing Frisket play fetch and then just look at Enzo being like, is that it? Are we done? And then we get a fairly cool battle scene on deck between the pirates and Mainframe security binomes. They do manage to capture Bob and Frisket, and it starts looking like Dot and crew have lost. But she overhears the captain and first mate talking about profits, and using her own spreadsheets and knowledge of business, she convinces them to go legit. And, it'll make far greater profits for them than they are making pirating. which really makes sense. I mean, as the first maid points out, it's like they get rid of the lost time, loading time that they get when raiding. Systems not attacking them. The cost of ammo is pretty much gone then. There's no more need to repair the ship because they won't be in combat, so that cost is greatly reduced. And yeah, so like the entire end of the battle is a verbal spar between Dot and Captain Capacitor as she addresses each of his business questions deftly and ends up solving the situation not with physical violence but by being an awesome businesswoman. And I love that about this show, and especially this episode. Yeah, some of this only happened because Bob was able to rush in and be all physical and fight them. But in the end, it also took Dot's brains, her business smarts, to win the day. All in all, a great episode, even though it didn't give me as much to talk about as some of the others. I had a great time watching it, and I hope you enjoyed watching me. I'll see y'all next time.